Living Eugene. My name is Reverend Linda Finley, and I have the honor and privilege of doing the opening treatment or the opening meditation this morning. And let's just take, it's so funny when we get ready to do spiritual work. The first thing I am inclined to do is stop. Just stop. Stop what you've been doing. Stop thinking about where you're going. And simply be here now. In this moment, I breathe. I breathe in and I breathe out. I breathe in and I breathe out. I let go and I let God be God in me. Wherever I am, I get comfortable. I allow the chair that I'm sitting in to support my body. I relax into the chair and feel it cradling me, holding me, supporting me. And when I'm comfortable enough, I let go just a little bit further. And I allow the floor beneath me to support the chair. So that both the floor and the chair are cradling me, are supporting me. And I breathe in and I breathe out. And then I allow this planet, the earth beneath the floor, to support the chair, to support the floor, to support me. So that the earth, even as it is in its massive grandeur, has time to support the floor, which is supporting the chair, which is supporting me. And I breathe, breathing in and breathing out. And now I'm really ready to let go. And I allow the universe to support the earth, which is supporting the floor, which is supporting the chair, which is holding me. So that the entirety of the cosmos is present, holding me sacredly, allowing me to simply be in this moment. And I breathe in and I breathe out. I give thanks for this whole month, which is coming to a close today, and the lessons on being vulnerable, on the power of being vulnerable, on the strength of being vulnerable, of allowing myself to be exactly who I am every moment of every day. And that means moments of joy and moments of sorrow. Moments of fear and moments of power. I am willing to own all of the emotions that flow through me that are who I am. And when I can love myself, warts and all, I am equipped to love the world, warts and all. And so I stop and I breathe. And I know that I have all that it takes to be who I came here to be. Looking around me, hearing the news, whether it's on TV or from my friend or from the doctor, I am reminded that I always, always have the universe supporting me, have spirit guiding me. And when the news is frightening, when the news is distressing, I am reminded that the pain and the chaos of something old falling apart simply invites my soul to listen at a deeper level and allows my soul to go to a new place with new ideas, to turn in the direction of new life, new order, new love, new ways of being me. For I am not a statue made of stone. I am a living, breathing organism. And the body that I live in changes every day of my life. And the soul inside that body changes as well. And so I breathe into new ways of being, into new ways of seeing. I have the power and the possibility to be whatever I focus on. In the words of the amazing poet Amanda Gorman, there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. Today I am willing to be a light in the world. Today I am willing to shine my light. Today I am willing to bring light unto the darkness. Today I'm willing to be me, to bring the light that only I can bring. No one else is equipped to do what it is that is mine to do. And so I breathe. In this quiet moment, I remember an old hymn that I sang as a little girl. And I would like to close with this morning. Jesus bids us shine with a clear, pure light, like a little candle burning in the night. In this world's darkness, we must shine. You in your small corner, and I in mine. Jesus bids us shine with a clear, pure light, like a little candle burning in the night. In this world of darkness, we must shine. You in your small corner, and I in mine. And so it is.
Oh, I think I did this wrong.
What? You want to turn
Oh,
it
can
close?
I yell? Luckily, you're taller than me. Good morning. I'm Radiant, and this is,
Kathy Day.
and we are joyful members of your Joy Notes song leading team. Hold on, let me. Just so you can see my beautiful face. If you are willing and able, please rise. We'll sing a couple songs. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Love! I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road to love right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Peace! I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road to peace right now, singing, I'm choosing peace today. Joy! I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of joy right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Heaven! I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. And so it is. We are already choosing heaven today. If you will please turn to your neighbor and greet them. And if you'll return to your seats, we'll sing our second song. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well. And so it is. If you have any devices, please silence them now. And thank you for coming to celebrate this beautiful Sunday with us.
physically or whether it be in another state or even at another time of the day, know that we are so grateful that you have shared your time with us. I am Reverend Trish Mackey, and I am also a practitioner as well as a minister. And it is my joy to preside today. And so this is a special, special day because every fifth Sunday what happens is that we have the great opportunity for the practitioners to actually be using all of the, I agree, using all of their skills and showing you exactly who they are. You want to know these people very well. If this is your first time with us, and I know that there is a blue sheet that has been sitting outside for the longest time. If you've had any changes in your life, please go ahead and fill this out as well so that we know that when we send you some notices in our newsletter every week that you're going to get it. So if you have a different address, if you've changed your email, anything that you might have done that you want to make changes on, this is what we go by. So please do fill this out for us. Presiding is not something I've done too much of in the center. I've done many other things, but what I have found was as I look at the procedure, the process, what it says here is speak about the center from your heart. Speak about the center from your heart. I've been a minister for 27 years. I don't think I know how to do anything else. I think it's like kind of ingrained at this point, but I do want to tell you that as good as my life was when I found the science of my teaching, it became amazing after I learned it. Not only learned it from here up, the knowledge, but to have taken it and incorporated into my life. And starting from that point, that inner place, rather than trying all these different things and when all else fails, oh, maybe I should start to trust, that I should let go, that I should allow this power that keeps being said that's inside of me to do what it says it's supposed to do. Give it a chance. How do we know? So I would say to you that I have had an amazing life. And my family just got increased by a new little baby girl last Sunday, who is number 11, great-grandchild. I am so excited. I'm so excited. When I speak about the center, and I've been in many of them, I will tell you that there is a uniqueness here in this center because the uniqueness is the people that are present. That each one of you brings to the center something special, something who you are inside that nobody else is. And the way in which you offer that and the way you show up in it, what happens is that it creates it. It isn't just the walls. It's what's infused in the walls, which is the energy that you give out. It's the helping hand you give. It's the way in which you approach people and the way in which you see them and the way in which you listen to them. We are so blessed to have people leading and guiding us through this center and having us learn the depth of who we are. It isn't so much what you learn in, but how deep you go in with what you've learned. Every week we read what we call the global vision. Get my paper. Yep. Excuse me. And she reappears. It's the global vision, and what it says, and I want to read it to you. And we envision a world where each and every person discovers his or her own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. A vision is something that we know is going to take time, but it all begins with one step. And each one of us is the one who gives that step. As we do every Sunday, we're going to bring up our practitioner of the day, who is this today is Reverend Liz. Reverend Liz, you want to come up and do the opening treatment? Okay. And then we're going to stand and join hands, and we're going to sing a song called We Are One.
For we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony. Peace has come. For we are one.
Thank you, Reverend Trish. Good morning, all you beautiful godlings who are here in this sanctuary or in the sanctuary of your home. My name is Reverend Liz, and I welcome you to this Sunday celebration right here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Eugene. And know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are always welcome here, for all paths lead to just that one God. I bless this service. I bless this spiritual home. I bless this spiritual community. I bless our musicians and singers who share their talents with us. I bless all the volunteers who give of their time and service. And I bless today's speakers who will be guided by the Holy Spirit to feed us with the spiritual sustenance that we need today and the days to come. So now I invite you to just drop into your heart space, the place of the indwelling Spirit, and take in that breath of life, that breath of heaven, that breath of God. This is the gift of life. This is God's life right here, right now. The God eternal is in our DNA. God is breathing me, and God is breathing you. The I Am Presence is here now, sitting in your chair. So let's give that divine presence a hug. And this is how we do this. Right hand on left shoulder, left hand on right shoulder, and now squeeze. And all together now, let's say, Good morning, God. Good morning, God. Right here, right now, I recognize that there is only one power, one loving presence, one infinite intelligence that I call God. And I invite you now to recognize this for yourself. For right here, right now, we all know the presence of that God eternal is in our DNA, and we can embody this in our unified form right here, right now. For Spirit in its ongoing creation lives, moves, and has its being in and through as me. I declare and know this truth for each one of you. Oh, how good it feels to know the truth of our beingness, for we are one with Source, and all that is good is our divine birthright. The God eternal is in our DNA, and it is the divine blueprint of radiant, vibrant health, of vitality and energy in our physical form. We were each created by love, to love, and be love in all our relationships. So we open our minds and hearts to receive the love and light that we are immersed in, for therein lies the path to God. I am so grateful for all the blessings on my journey, for I know that the best is yet to come. And I now speak and release my word into that universal law that says, yes, yes, yes. It is done, it is complete, it is fulfilled. And I now let go and I let God. And together let us anchor and affirm this prayer by saying, and so it is, and I let it be so. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Reverend Liz. So we have an affirmation every month, and it's the same thing that we do for every Sunday of the month. And this is our last Sunday for April, and I know that it's over my shoulder. So let me read it to you, and then please we'll join in and say it together. Because I am willing to step into the power and possibility that vulnerability brings, I create expanded space to live and grow. As I bring my unique expression to life, I make safe space for others to do the same. Please join me. Because I am willing to step into the power and possibility that vulnerability brings, I create expanded space to live and grow. As I bring my unique expression to life, I make safe space for others to do the same. So this morning we do have a very special musical guest, and Dwayne Day, and you'll be hearing him in a moment. And also just to tell you that that our practitioner and Reverend Linda Lundry Day at Linda Starr, I love that. I love that last name. I don't know why. And she is holding high watch at home. So technology is wonderful, and you're going to see it as we go back and forth today. So let's welcome our musician for today, our guest, Dwayne Day.
All right. Sounds like we're on. Okay, good. Okay. I picked songs today that I thought were really appropriate for the theme and the message and what I heard of one of the talks. And this first song is by a songwriter named Nathan Moore. You may have seen him performing as Nathan Moore's Hippie Fiasco at festivals and such. He's a really interesting character, and he writes great songs. But this is my favorite. I really love this, and it spoke to me the first time I heard it. It's called Plain as Day. If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if the alien was a girl? Gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you saw, plain as day. What if God gave you the word? gave you a message for the world, would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if the voice of God spoke right to you, right out loud? Would you let everybody know? Or would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you heard, plain as day. If you saw a miracle, what would you do? What if the miracle was you? Would you let everybody know? Or would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you saw, plain as day, plain as day. Thank you all so much.
What a wonderful song. Thank you so much, Dwayne. Well, I told you it was Practitioner Sunday, which means that you're going to get to hear 3 speakers sharing with you their own uniqueness. And we're going to begin with someone that I know you know very well because she's up here a lot. She sings, and she's a spitfire of a redhead. So, Radiant Gaines, please be our first speaker. Let's welcome her.
So exciting. Okay. The topic is the power of possibility and vulnerability, or the power of vulnerability and possibility, or the possibility of power in vulnerability. You know, it all fits together in one way or another. So Ernest says that there's a power for good in the world and we can use it. And we all have the power to use it. It's not just you over there in the corner. We all can use it. And Brené Brown has a book called The Atlas of the Heart, and I'm just so grateful that our practitioners took a class through Center for Spiritual Living, Seattle. We all took a class together on the book. And the book delves quite deep into vulnerability. And the thing that really touches me, which we've kind of been alluding to, and it may have been said as we've been looking at vulnerability, is that as a society, we kind of think that vulnerability is this weak thing. But you can't be weak if you're being vulnerable, because to be vulnerable is the strongest thing you can really do. And you are the only one who can be you. It's like an acorn can only be an oak tree. You can't just have an acorn and have it grow up to be a corn stalk. It has all of the potential to be what it is, and it can't be anything other than what it is. So we all have a right and responsibility to be what we are, to be true, authentic in who we are. But there's like this level of vulnerability of like, if I'm true to myself, what if they don't like me? And I don't know about y'all, but the experience that I've had through this whole COVID thing is really just thrown off my whole feeling of power. We walk around the store and apologize for getting too close to people, apologize for just being, and we apologize for crying, and we apologize for when that's our power. So I asked Reverend Linda to come up and do a demonstration with me, and just have you stand right here. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but she stepped away. Oh. Okay, it's all right. I don't know if you saw that, but when I got close to Reverend Linda, she stepped away from me. And now, Reverend Linda, I'm going to ask you to hold your power. So when I get close to Reverend Linda, when I get probably this close, there's probably a level of, you feel that? I feel it, a level of vulnerability, of insecurity. And then to have somebody come up and just touch you. Now, a lot of times, if somebody does that, you put them in a place where they may apologize. They are vulnerable and scared now because they tried to manipulate your power, but it didn't work. Thank you. You're released.
I'm in my power.
I know, you're in your power. So I once, when I was going to school, I went to school and I attended a lot of classes with a guy. And I watched him do this really weird behavior where students would be standing around and he would walk up and just get too close. And I could see the people get very insecure about him getting so close. So they would step away from him. And then I'd watch him go up to someone else and get too close, and they would stand there, and he would like bump into them. But he never apologized for bumping into them. He was manipulating their power. And it was quite remarkable to watch him manipulate people's power, and he did it in such a dominant way. And it really taught me, that was when I saw him coming, I would just kind of stand there and hold my power. And be present in that moment. And so part of this power is setting boundaries. We have the right to say no to anything. And no means no. And I think a lot of times we don't talk about this enough in our society. But no means no on all levels. So if you're sitting at home and you feel weird energy, or you feel a ghost, or you feel something weird coming across the TV, sometimes I feel outside forces. I feel ghosts or spirits sometimes, and I have the power to say, no, you don't have a right to be here. And I think that sometimes it just gets bypassed. We don't talk about it. It's kind of a taboo that we don't talk about spirits or whatever, the energy that I feel sometimes. But I think it's powerful to own your power. And you have the whole world energy that you can use to enforce your no. But have you ever tried to use a vacuum that wasn't plugged in? You got to connect to the vacuum. You got to connect the vacuum to the outlet to have the power to run the vacuum. So we have this ability to connect with each other, and to be vulnerable with each other, and to grow with each other, and owning our power. And every time we stand in our power and own our power, we inspire other people to own their power as well. And then the possibilities that arise when you own your power, and you know with complete conviction that no means no, or yes means yes, and you just own it all. So I inspire you to own your right and responsibility to your power, and not give it away freely, but give it away passionately. So thank you so much. And now I would like to invite Betty Cook from Kansas City up. She's one of our roaming remote. I knew it was an R word. Practitioners.
Great job.
I think I'm still on.
and I'm one of your practitioners at the Center for Spiritual Living with Jane. Hello from Kansas City. I'm going to speak with you today about our topic of the possibility and meaning that comes from vulnerability. So recently, I had the opportunity to interact with the medical staff of the University of Kansas, and they told me that I needed to have a procedure done to find out more information. Now, as a rule, I do not like to be in a position where I have to even have that conversation, and you probably may be the same. And I look at medical folks and medical information and trust but verify relationships. So I do trust them and I do listen. And they are experts. I go to them for that expertise. But I also do a lot of research myself. So that's me. I'm always the researcher, checking it out, just checking out what they're saying to me. So I was in a position where I they'd done some imaging. We needed to know more, and they wanted to actually put me in a position where I was not going to be conscious to get more information. So I did not like that idea very much, but I said, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to find this out. So what I asked for when I went to my practitioner brothers and sisters, what I asked for them to pray for was that everything that I needed to know would be revealed. And I didn't ask for them to know whole and perfect health because I needed to do that for myself. So I was going to hold a consciousness that I was whole, perfect, and complete, and then they would know that everything I needed to know would be revealed. So I went through that whole thing this week and woke up, and it was, kind of interesting because they told me that basically I was okay, but this other thing came up. And it had to do with my heart, and so they were a little concerned about my heart. And that is often what happens these days with me. I go in for something, and I end up finding out information about a whole different thing. So I had to make myself vulnerable. I had to allow them to put me in a position where I actually had to go under a sedation before they figured out that I had a heart thing. So now they'll probably want to evaluate my heart thing. And I realized that I prayed and I asked for prayer for exactly the right thing. What I asked for was for prayer to be, for me to have something revealed. And it was, that there was something else that I needed to know. And what does that have to do with being a practitioner? Well, this is exactly what it is that it has to do with. It's not that things do not happen to us along the way. I would have never thought that I would have 2 or 3 of the diagnoses that I have. I would have never thought that this was coming for me when I was younger. My family members have had other stuff. They haven't had my stuff. And it's all related. It's all kind of related in a genetic way, but it's not exactly, and I wouldn't have expected it, but as each piece of this has come to me in the last 2 or 3 years, actually it's been about 4 years, I have leaned into the faith, and I have leaned into the teaching. And I have known 2 things completely, that everything that was happening to me was happening for the good of my spiritual journey. Now that can be hard, that can be difficult for us to believe when we get like scary diagnoses or diagnoses that we don't know how that's going to fit in our life. We don't know how does that make my spiritual journey better? This doesn't feel like it makes my spiritual journey better. And when you're waking up from anesthesia, you're like, hey, that doesn't feel like that's what I was here for. I wasn't here for that. I was here for something completely different. What is this? But what I asked was for things to be revealed so that the next part of my journey, the next part of the spiritual part of that journey, I would understand, I would know. And that's going to be for my highest and best. So, what didn't get revealed was stuff that I was in there for. That was all fine. But what did get revealed was something that I probably need to look at, and I need to know about. And that part of my journey, that is spirit in its highest and best looking out, okay? So spirit didn't take me in because I had a cardiac event. Spirit took me in for something different. And then I could deal with this, right? That's the thing. We don't always know what to do with the information we get. And it's not that things stop happening to us in this teaching, but what we have to offer, what practitioners can have to help you with, and what we learn that helped us, is a set of tools. We have sort of a toolkit. We have sort of a set of tools that that will help us be able to spiritually live an enriched experience of these things that come into our lives. And also just to cope and to know that I'm not alone. And I wasn't alone. I was not. I had a practitioner, wonderful friend that was there for me and took me to this. She was there and heard the information with me. I've called a couple of people since then, and we've talked about things that happened in their lives. And that's part of what we're offering you as practitioners. Because what I forget, when I forget, because I'm in the middle of my medical stuff, they remember for me. And what we can offer you in the middle of whatever life stuff you're going through is the tools that we can remind you of, that we remember and we remind you of, because we had to learn them, we had to remember them. We remember them for one another, we help one another remember, and we help you. And the nicest part about that is I never felt like I was alone in any of these experiences. I knew that my practitioner brothers and sisters were with me. I knew that my community was around me, and that I was not alone in it at any point. And that Spirit was there with me as well. Spirit was carrying us all through it. And so you aren't alone. That's one of the things that we offer, is that you're not alone. You have us, and you have the community around you. The Center for Spiritual Living Community. And that is the most important thing we offer. That and the opportunity that if the tools and the classes perhaps aren't enough, if you're feeling like the vulnerability that you're showing, the honesty you're revealing, the deeper work that you're doing in those places is not enough, then we can help you if you want to do one-on-one deeper work with us. So it is difficult to go through stuff that leaves us feeling kind of knocked off center. And many of us have things that leaves us knocked off center. But Spirit is the center. And the center is the center. And we are the heartbeat of the center. Mine's just a little slower. Okay, so I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you about this today. And namaste.
You know, Maya Angelou has been my most steadfast counselor for my entire life. I discovered her probably 30 years ago when I was in college. And
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathy Day, and I'm a practitioner here at the center. And I really had fun with this because they asked me to keep it, 5 or 6 minutes, and it's just like, I can do that. I can communicate a clear idea in 5 or 6 minutes. If you would have seen me when I first started studying this stuff, I was very introvert, very quiet, very shy. I would never in a million years get up and speak in front of a group of people. But what I learned going through my studies and going through my practitioner studies is that I am an expression of the divine, and I am speaking to expressions of the divine, each and every one of you. And where could I be more safe? Where could I be vulnerable and still feel safe? And that is this place. And I'm still introvert, I'm still quiet, I'm still contemplative and stuff, but now I love those things about me. I learned so much from those things, from those times that I have in quiet contemplation. I went in to be a practitioner because I wanted to help people. It's something that I've always done even before I even heard of religious science or science of mind. It was something that I always enjoyed, is helping people. And and my practitioner studies gave me just perfect insight into how to do that. And now I am in tune enough that I can get up. If Reverend Linda spoke to me and she lost her voice and she said, I need you to get up and give a talk, I could do that now, because it's just allowing Spirit to express through you. And we all have that possibility and that power within us to step into things that we never stepped into before. In preparing for this talk, I was just kind of like lying on my bed in the cool of the afternoon and just being in quiet contemplation. And what came to me was, principle is not bound by precedent. Now, this is something that we hear in religion, all through my studies and everything. I've heard this many times from many different teachers. And what it means is that Spirit is not bound by whatever has happened up until now. Because if it was bound by that, we'd all be living in caves, or we'd be extinct because we'd be saber-toothed tiger food or diseased, one or the other. But through our process of new ideas, entertaining something greater, something beyond what has existed before, we have created this world. We are that powerful. So there is a power for good in this world that we can use, and we are using it whether we know it or not. We're using this power. So now what we come here together for in community is to learn to use it in ways that benefit us, in ways that uplift us, in ways that expand us, because that is what Spirit does. Spirit is seeking expression, greater expression through each and every one of its creations, including you. So when I was contemplating this idea that I've heard many times before, I thought, well, what does it mean to me? And for the purposes of this talk. And it was just like, I am not bound by precedent. I am not bound by whatever I believed myself to be even a moment ago. I am not bound by whatever trauma I have suffered. I am not bound by anything my parents taught me or society has taught me. The moment I engage in a new idea, a greater idea of who I am, I have opened the power and the possibility. It's just like, how powerful is that? How powerful is that? So if you need some healing work done, if you need to push through some block or barrier you believe you have and stuff, that's what the practitioner group is here to help you move through some of these things. But you need to do the work. You need to do the forgiveness. You need to do the letting go of the old idea. But anything that you can entertain, anything that you want to be or do or have or experience and stuff, that you can have that. You just need to, as Emerson says, get your bloated nothingness out of the way. I'm not saying I got this firing on all cylinders, but I know this stuff, and I'm reminding you of this stuff. So when I forget, you guys can remind me about this stuff, because it is what makes life work. It is what makes life happen. It's what makes greater possibility and greater expression of life and love and peace and power available to me, available to you. So entertain these ideas, contemplate upon them. If you need a practitioner assistance, because we can all be practitioners for one another, but sometimes, practitioners and ministers and, you just can't see yourself through a particular situation. And that's when we reach out to one another. We reach out to our practitioners to help us, get back in a line. So please contemplate these ideas, life is rich, life is good, especially mine, which is just as it should be. It's a song from it's a song from Scrooge, the musical. I like life. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for listening to me. And now, let's see. Okay. All right.
She's got it. As Reverend Trish said, she's got it. Hi, I'm Reverend Linda, and Maggie Covarrubias was scheduled to speak today. She's been having, you haven't seen her here for a few weeks. She's had some medical issues with her leg, and she's finally getting back on track, but she just was unable to participate today. And so she sent her blessings and will be with us soon. But I'm here to bless the offering. Yeah, Reverend Donna was holding high watch. Reverend Linda is ill. Reverend Linda Lundry Starr. Reverend Donna's holding high watch at home. So this is that time when we accept the offerings. I want to remind everybody that when we sing the offering song, we're not grateful for the offering, we're giving thanks with the offering. That's how we give thanks, as we say, this is so wonderful, this is so good. I am so grateful. I spent 2 nights at St. Benedict's with these amazing people, the practitioners, 2 weeks ago. And I got to tell you, you are blessed beyond measure. We are blessed beyond measure because of the people who are serving us in the practitioner ministry. And so right now, if you've got your offering, or if you're one of those people who sends it in, by the month, just put your hand over your heart and know, I am offering this gift from a place of love, from a place of goodness, from a great place of gratitude for all that I receive and all that this place gives to me and to others. And so it is. And so if you'll come up and the ushers are coming forward and we're going to sing the offering song.
Everything in this world knows bounds. Flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love. With gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
And we are so grateful because we have another song by Dwayne.
Song up? Boy. This place is full of miracles, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so this song was written by a brilliant guitarist and songwriter and producer named Greg Bonelli. And you may have heard it sung before by Laura Berman. She recorded it on her album Everything in Between that they did together. It's a wonderful album. I recommend it highly to anyone. If you get a chance to see Laura, if you haven't already, do it. She's one of the greatest singers in any genre on the planet today. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And this song is a fantastic song that I am humble and happy to do for you. It's called Everything That I Am. I'm coming out of this long night's journey into the day, and I'm not afraid anymore to look in the mirror and wipe all the tears off of my face, and sadness fades. I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. Too many years I spent putting square pegs in circular holes. I didn't know myself. Now why would I come here to live a life stuck in a mold and be bought and sold? I'm ready to be, I'm so ready who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am, the I am. I am 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 the I am. No greater feeling than loving myself, body and soul, and the pain just goes away out in a new world as a creation perfect and whole, in loving flow. Now I'm ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am ready to be. So ready, who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. I am the 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 I am. I am
Wow, Dwayne, that was absolutely beautiful. Got me very watery-eyed up here. Hi, everyone. I'm Danu, and I've got some announcements for y'all. Saturday at noon, we have the women's lunch gathering. Bring your own lunch and see Kathy Day for more details in the social hall. Sunday at 9 a.m., we have our monthly men's breakfast at Gateway Grill in Springfield. It's an informal early bird gathering over breakfast. Next Sunday after service, we're doing a community potluck, so bring your favorite dish and everyone is welcome. And Friday, May 19th, we have our anniversary banquet here at the center. See our website, csleugene.org, for more information, or the Facebook page. It is $50 per person, music and speakers celebrating our past and future.
We have to give them a head count by Friday.
And we have to give a head count by Friday. So if you are not signed up and don't have tickets purchased, do that ASAP. And our annual retreat is happening at the beautiful St. Benedict's Lodge, June 2nd through 4th. You can see our website for more information. We have early bird pricing, we do not have early bird pricing, forgive me. So I missed out, but it's still worthwhile. And in our book boutique, we are selling grips for your cell phone for $7.95. It's fun to check out the bookstore and all the goodies we got in there, so check it out. And we always have multiple service opportunities. You can check our Facebook page, get signed up for our weekly email newsletter, and our website. And thank you to our featured artists in our sanctuary here, Trish Vowels. That's all I got. Thank you.
All right. I forgot to ask Matt to help me out noodling. So it's Practitioner Sunday. So once again, we're just going to do a short little healing circle because we know that everybody's going through stuff. Humanity is this collection of wild and weird and wacky and fun experiences. So, is anyone in this room experiencing something that they would like treatment for? And when I say treatment, an affirmation of knowing the truth for you, knowing that there's God in this situation and that healing has happened. And if you would stand, if you have something that you would like healing for. And if we could just go around the room and you just say one word what you need treatment for. It can be a name or an attribute. Start now.
Self-care.
Self-care. Abundance. Cheyenne. Confidence. Healing. Healing. Inner peace. Zach. Now, is there anyone in this room who would know the truth for our friends? Would you raise your hand? And if you're at home, we feel you. You are not separate from us. You are a part of our collective. So if you would hold space for us too, and we'll hold space for you, we see you. You may sit. And now if I could have the practitioners pray with me out loud. And I could have the congregants we'll all pray out loud, quietly together as I pray over the mic. I know that there is only one power, one complete presence in all things. I know that as I speak these words of God, I speak action into place right now. I know and affirm healing has transpired, that we are all healed. All of our friends at home are healed, and that Zach and Cheyenne have achieved the highest good and potential for all of their needs, that everything that appeared to be crazy and chaotic has been relieved, and sweetness has prevailed. I know and affirm that we all experience the true self-love. And I'm so grateful to know all of this is so. And I'm so grateful to be in this community where people know this for me and I know this for them. And grateful for this level of love and commitment to all of our healing of this human effects experience. I release this into the consciousness and set it free by saying, and so it is. And now if you will join me, we will close with the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. I am strong in my vulnerability. And I own my power into possibility. Right now. And so it is.